Hi guys, and today we are back with more MLB The Show news. They dropped a video, and before we jump into the blog portion of this, I want to touch on one thing that came out of this video, and that is on your screen right here. Let's go full screen so we can show it off. And this is apparently going to be coming back to MLB The Show. What this is how analog pitching was on 2K MLB 13, 12, I think, all the way back to like the early 2010s. This is how analog pitching was. It was a two-step process to selecting a pitch. I'm going to use my controller to kind of show you here. So one thing it would be like for this position, it'd be like, I believe it would be down and then circle up. Every pitch has a different motion. Some of them, like I think in 2K, you can look this up on YouTube. I'll link a video down below that kind of shows it. I believe on those it was like you had to go back for one and then like releasing up. So I'm not quite sure if it's going to be that exact or if it's going to be sort of kind of what, like it's going to be different. It might be a little bit better than the analog we have now, because I know one of the things with analog is it seems like pitches really love to creep a little bit more than they do anything. But that's been an issue all year, is like sometimes like I use meter, because I analog, I'm just like, forget it. If I'm gonna miss, I want to miss with analog, or I rather miss with meter. It seems like it's not as drastic, but I know I've hit good and it just slides a little bit. I know that might have more so to do with movement than anything, so maybe I need to switch back to movement, which I used before in other MLB The Show games where it shows you like actual movement. So it's like, oh, if it's gonna start here, it'll drop this way, so I know exactly where I'm gonna throw it. But yeah, this is apparently how analog is going to be for MLB The Show 21. Big win. A lot of people really like it. There were comments on Twitter where they're like, they all loved it, and they said, we're going to be no hitting people left and right. So if that's where we're coming back, giant win. So all that out of the way, let's just jump into this, and we'll go over the tidbits of information. First thing is, every Tuesday and Thursday for the main year of February, they will be releasing new coach and Fernando Tatis Jr. videos that will showcase different areas of the game. Good. Well, we're going to get information. We're going to get it quick. I kind of assumed this was going to be the case, that it was going to be like a lot of information. It wasn't going to be like a slow drip. It was going to be just rapid fire, just to kind of keep things going, because of how we only have 2 months. From today's February 10th, the game drops for early access, like myself, who are buying the upper division game in about 2 months. So it's gonna be quick, and everybody else basically we're all around the 2-month mark. So the first thing they're talking about is the tailor and focus gameplay, where we're gonna have basically in that video, you're gonna have a casual, simulation, and competitive. I think that's huge. I'm not quite sure what that's gonna end up looking like in Diamond Dynasty. Are you gonna have more casual Diamond Dynasty, which I think could be really interesting, a more simulated Diamond Dynasty, or a very competitive Diamond Dynasty? If that's kind of what we're going with, and it sort of seems like it, that they don't want the level curve to be too much. We don't want like really new guys going up against guys like Shelfie and Cougs and you know, some of those guys like your friend Kyle, some of those guys, so they can drop that down and say, okay, everyone in this group's gonna be playing against each other, and so on and so on. That's a win. I think that's a giant win. Like I said, I'm not quite sure how that's going to work, but I know they sort of hinted at it, and I think they say it here too, where they talk about like playing differently for Diamond Dynasty, which I'm intrigued by. I think all this stuff is very, very good for the show. That, you know, if you just want to go in and like, you don't play online a lot, but you just want to collect the cards because that's where the game's headed, and their cards, you're like, yeah, I would love to use that flashback in some way or form. Like offline modes where I'm just having a little bit of fun at no one's expense. Hey, go for it. Taylor gameplay is just the beginning of the iceberg. This is the one where I think everyone's going to be excited for. This entire portion. The team has invested significant development time on working in other areas of gameplay. Our biggest focus being catching fly balls at the wall, catches, jumping, reaching, robbing home runs, crashing into the wall, etc., and crashes that come off the Z-axis. So for those of you who quick, I don't have anything to draw on. So the Z-axis is, do I have like a random scrap piece of paper here? I'll sort of describe it. If X and Y, so X-axis, Y-axis, Z-axis is sort of like on a 3D plane. It's one that goes directly through the center at an angle. That's the Z-axis. It's a 3-dimensional thing. And that axis is they kind of describe it there, which means if you're not exactly on the, like a perfect track, like a perfect line to get to a route to get a ball, you'll kind of see, it'll work a little easier, which is big, because there's videos on my channel where I think my second video I ever uploaded, where I literally go for a catch with Austin Hayes at the wall and he like falls, and it's just like, okay, what's going on here? So that's huge. I really hope they help fix base running, because I have run into so many outs in so many games, and you'll see that video today where I literally run myself out of an inning, and I basically lose the game because of it. I hope these small issues that they're talking about, we're putting time in this, so don't worry, we've been hearing all your comments, is big. That's huge. Now, I'm recording this at almost 10 o'clock, so I don't know what the odds of this are, but this is big. Starting February 23rd and ending about a week later, a limited number of users can participate in MLB The Show 21 technical test. What is a technical test? We need your help to stress test the server's online matchmaking, cross-platform play, as well as gather feedback on gameplay. And it says you can sign up here. You can sign up here today. Technical test will be closed, so basically today's it. And that's about it. So if you want to jump on that, jump on here, sign up as soon as you can, ASAP, quickly as possible. So I'm sure those spots are going to fill up quickly. And then it kind of talks about more about the premiere features, what they're broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook Live, and all that stuff. Clear your afternoon schedule, as they will premiere at Thursday at 3 p.m. starting on March 11th. So that's going to be the first one. 3 p.m. March 11th. I will probably be at work. I get off closer to 4. So I will be catching them, not live, I'll be catching them late. So my reaction will be up closer to 5. But there's plenty of other content creators you can watch and enjoy them. And here is the schedule. So today, so I think this is the next one. Tailor gameplay, pinpoint pitching, thank you. Hitting upgrade engines, thank you. Complete field overhaul, yes, specifically talking about players at the wall, thank you. Ball player introduction, more variety and more ways to play than ever before. Franchise in March, October, empowers you to make decisions for the future. MLB The Show Next Gen and Diamond Dynasty streamline with new Pass 2 rewards. So I'm guessing these two are next week, the following week, and then the last week. Or Thursday, tomorrow. I don't know. I don't think there'd be a week with 3. No. So sorry, next week. And then it just talks about more about the stuff, including the friends, follow Twitter, Instagram, and all that stuff. So, that is all the news we have today. There'll be another upload later today. I didn't expect today to be double upload. I didn't expect this stuff to happen. But I know I had to react to it and sort of get my thoughts out on there. So, with that, come back later for the channel. I'll have a gameplay video later this afternoon. With that, guys, have a good rest of your day. Enjoy it. We'll see you for the next one.